Hello everybody, welcome along then. Colombia take on Croatia in the FIFA World Cup round of 32. No slip-ups, no mistakes from here. This is where things get exciting, things get tasty. No second chances now. It's either 90 minutes, 120 minutes or 5 spot kicks each for these two teams. And well, Colombia will be looking to cause a shock. It's the multiple time third place. Well then, Croatia looking then to go to a third consecutive last four. But Colombia and Néstor Lorenzo have other ideas. They're looking to get past the round of 16 for the first time in 2014. Vargas, Mollica, Lucchini, Sanchez, Munoz, Lerma, Rios, Diaz, Rodriguez, Arias and Suarez. Keep an eye for James Rodriguez in the midfield, former Real Madrid midfielder. Golden Boot winner in 2014. And he scored that incredible goal against Uruguay. And well, this is looking exciting then for Croatia too. Martin Plesher right amongst the goals, but Croatia scraped through the group phase. Ligabakovic, Vardio, Vuskovic, Satalan, Stanisic, Kovacic, Plesher and Modric, Vlasic, Budimir and Perisic. Few changes for Croatia since their last game against Ghana. Kramaric, Pasalic, Patarunia, Sucic, Pongracic, Erlich and Kotarski is on the bench for Zlatko Dalic tonight to make the decision to sub on or sub off, whatever he decides. So then, let's get cooking, let's get down to business. Croatia kick us off in the round of 32. No more second chances now. And well, it's going to be Spain or Austria in the round of 16 if Croatia or Colombia get through. Not an easy round of 16 tie, especially against the European champions. And Spain have won it 3 times out of the last 20 years in European competition, and I think that was Martin Plesher being sent to the floor. It's Colombia like to play a hard game. They also know where the line is. Here's Modric. Luka Modric. Lost the number 10 shirt to Martin Plesher, but he's very graceful about it. He knows he's one of the older members of the squad now. Has his football in Milan now, and well, they have been outstanding in recent years. Well, not so much outstanding in the in European competition, but Modric has gone into shore up the midfield. Richard Rios. Munoz. Arias into Suarez. Kovacic playing it forward into Martin Plesher. Now Martin Plesher's on the run. Perisic. Modric. Plesher. Into Kovacic. Nikola Vlasic. Well, Croatia have had an interesting group stage. They beat Ghana, of course, and then also beat Panama 2-0 out in New York. Lost to England 4-1 on the opening day in Boston. And Seattle tonight, and Modric goes to the floor, and well, we might see our first card of the game. No, he's got very lucky there, I think, and that's... It's Jefferson Lerma. It's yes, it is Jefferson Lerma. Well, Croatia will have a deep free kick, but it's making a lot of fuss about it. Croatia want to set this up properly. Only to pass short to Vardiol. Here's Kovacic. Budimir into Kovacic again. Kovacic. Around the right hand side to Perisic. Modric. Kovacic again. He's really trying to dictate the play in this midfield here. Luka Modric trying to find the right pass at the right time at the right moment. Perisic caught offside, and that's not going to be considered the right moment for Ivan Perisic. That's a bit ridiculous. I think he is onside actually. So, well, the game has got that wrong. Yet again. Here's Luis Diaz. His father's been in the crowd of every single Colombia game so far in this tournament. He celebrated in the group stage when Luis Diaz scored. He was pictured on social media wildly enjoying the celebrations. Here's Johan Mojica. Diaz. James Rodriguez into Jefferson Lerma. Richard Rios. Luis Diaz. Jefferson Lerma. Luis Diaz. And Suarez and Vuskovic is, and just to catch them offside. Now, this is another tight one, and, well, that's another ridiculous offside. I don't think this is working for them today, the referees. Two offsides, and both of them have been wrong. Here's Josko Vardiol, Kovacic. Here's Budimir. Plesha back to Stanisic. Modric again. Modric is bringing it to the right hand side, but he's not really finding the man. Modric whipping it into the box. Budimir! First chance goes begging for Croatia. Steered wide by Anton Budimir. Not what Croatia wanted. Oh, no David Ospina this World Cup, of course. He's now retired. Played his last fixture in Qatar. Ospina played in that shootout, and some of my English viewers might remember Ospina in that penalty shootout in 2018 in the round of 16. But at the half-time break then, it's 0-0. Colombia and Croatia, honours shared even, not much going on. Budimir's come closest at the break. And well, there is more to do for both of these sides. Half-time, Colombia 0, Croatia 0. Welcome back everybody, second half underway, and well, Colombia and Croatia have so far been pretty fair, respectful. One minor tackle in the midfield at the middle of the park, and Budimir with a header wide, but apart from that, it's not been too bad. But maybe the second half will bring some excitement. Here's James Rodriguez. Sanchez. Jefferson Lerma. Lucimi into Luis Diaz, and now James Rodriguez is again. He's there trying to flick it into Luis Diaz, but it was not going to be. Headed down for Plesha. Here's Mateo Kovacic. Vardiol. Here's Martin Plesha. Budimir on, and well, Ian Maika knocking it out for a throw-in for Croatia. Perisic. Kovacic into Perisic again. Budimir. Kovacic. Josip Stanisic. lob it forward from Plesher into Budimir, but it's cut out by Vargas again. Well, you'd hate to see this game go to penalties, and Martin Plesher in the build-up was saying he really wants to get Croatia to the round of 16 to face Spain. It would be an incredible game if it did go that far, of course. Sutalo into Perisic. It is looking like Austria and Spain will be a titanic battle. It's not going to be shown on Westy TV, unfortunately, but you will find out who will get there soon enough. Here's Martin Plesher and James Rodriguez now building for Colombia. Here is James, brought into Richard Rios. Ball played forward, looking for Luis Diaz across the box, and it's a bit too far. Side netting from Luis Diaz. He really did have a go at that. He really tried to hack it in, but even better trying to find Suarez in the middle. That is Luis Suarez. It's not the Uruguayan Luis Suarez, the one, the bitey one, as some people like to call him. Modric into Perisic. And that's poor from Perisic. Colombia have maybe got something up their sleeve here for this last 15 minutes. Suarez. Lucchini. This was a very even matchup for the round of 32. One that was really brought on by Croatia's position in the group. Vlasic, Lerma playing it around. Lucimi. There's Diaz. Modric trying to get involved again. Just over 10 minutes to go here in Seattle. That's the tail of the tape, passing wise. 145. He's put a lot for Croatia. Just how they play. Here's James Rodriguez. Here is Johan Mojica. Luis Diaz. Sutalo in the way. Perisic knocking it out to Martin Plesher. And now Martin Plesher's on the run. Got Budimir in support. Play slows down for Plesher. Now Plesher playing it onto Budimir. Budimir boxed in, looking for the cross. Modric. Here's Plesher. Kovacic. Oh, it's Perisic. Swing and a miss. Oh, Luis Diaz. Oh, and I can see his father's raging at the bench. Saying, why have you taken my son off? Well, that's a big shock. Luis Diaz off. I don't think he's done poorly. But Kramaric comes on for Ivan Perisic on the right-hand side. Here's Mercado. Suarez, Lerma, Mercado again. Here's Johan Mojica. Here's Richard Rios. Here's Arias. Oh! Croatian hearts broken. Colombia have stolen it at the death. And Martin Plesher's road's going to end here. And it's Jon Arias who has stolen it for Colombia at the death. And there's no chance of a Croatian comeback. This might just be the last kick. But Colombia will reach the round of 16 again. And that's it. Croatian hearts broken. They are out of the FIFA World Cup 2026. And the road has ended for Martin Plesher and his side. Heartbreak. We will see him again one day. But no more Croatia in the competition. They exit at the round of 32 stage. The earliest they've exited since 2010, I think. Full time, Colombia 1, Croatia 0. Martin Plesher out of the tournament for Croatia.